Hi, let's do a tour of my room. So I recently painted this, which is why there's all this paint stuff and it's pretty hard to get off. I haven't tried getting it off. And I have this roller for when I exercise a lot. I have this painting, which actually isn't too hard. You basically pour paint. And then I actually added this. I got this from Target. There was a set, which I really like. This was not too hard either. I think I could have taken out these lines, but I always like adding more, and I just felt like it was too empty. This is like a scratcher thing. So like if I were to scratch it, it like comes out. So what happened was I painted this side of my room and not this side because I would have to literally take my bed and this thing out. That would be really difficult. And I kind of like it. I mean, it's not the best, but basically this side is like where I work and this side is where I sleep, which is really nice. I also have this. I actually made it for graduation. I might actually take it out, but we'll see. This is like double-sided origami, and this is really easy to make. You kind of just like make a circle and then pinch it. And this represents my electrical engineering degree. This is just really big. This is a sign for women, and these kept falling off. If you have hot glue, I'd recommend that. This is a painting I made. So for this one, I followed a tutorial. The basics is you put tape here, just so you can like paint over and have clean edges. You do the background first, so you get a wet brush and combine these colors. So I would put the green on it, like big brush strokes, and then this dark color over it wherever I want. And then you can also add white. So you really only need 4 colors for this: white, blue, green, purple, or this one, because you can mix this and this or this to get like a purpley. And then the next step would be this. I could have done like a probably better job, or I could fix it with black, but you just basically do this and then add these. So just make sure the thing's thinner over here, and then add this. So you would draw this first, so you know where to place this. You would draw lines, and for me, I didn't like to draw the whatever these spiky things are, so you would just do like 1, 2, 3. I don't want to do them like exactly here because nature isn't like exact, so I did like 1 and then 2. These I should probably fix. And then this is the next step, just like adding these sparkles. Then the last step is like flicking the white. So it's not the best if you like look. I don't really like some of the details, but I really like it from far away, and you can't really see it. No one's gonna stand on the bed. They're just probably gonna be over here, right? This one is my favorite. I kind of moved it out, but I used to actually have it over here. I think it was really nice because it was big. I want to make another one like this, and definitely do a tutorial on it. But I would say the main steps for this is sketch the shape, make sure there's like enough room on the sides. If it's like bending like this, you can flatten it after with like 2 bugs. But basically your shape should be like one big thing here in like the center, one on like the top left, and one here and like one here. Obviously you can change it up, that's just what I did. And then the next step is use a black Sharpie. Usually you don't want to use something water soluble because otherwise when you add the watercolor it'll bleed a little. I mean, that could be an aesthetic too. And then once you do the black outline or this and the little node thingies and the flowers, I definitely want to go over how to draw a flower. You're going to then add the colors. So I added these colors first, and then based on like whatever I felt, I just added these. And then last step is just like these gold accents. I love metallic accents. Okay. Next order of business. This. So I really upgraded the window because I really like my light. So I changed this like 3 to 4 times. The first time it was too dark, but it was really pretty thing. Second time, or really pretty colors. And then the second time, I just had clear, but it's like a privacy window. So I can see out, but they can't really see in. I can't really see out that well. And this area, there's like no one here, so I'm like not really worried about it. I have blackout curtains and curtains that let light in, which I think is really important because my sleep hygiene, I have to be really on top of my sleep hygiene since I have bipolar disorder and it's or manic depressive, and my sleep is very sensitive for my mood, especially when I have like a lot of triggers. And I try to keep like the color palette like cool, and I think it really makes a difference. I actually had to manually cut that, but I would recommend going a little longer because you want like an extra part here and an extra part here so the light doesn't come through. And I feel like this was pretty cheap. I would say the silver thing and everything would probably be like less than 50. You could definitely get just like the basic set for like 20, maybe on Amazon, huh? Okay, then I have some photos and my desk, and I typically like to keep my desk empty and these labeled, and eventually I'm going to add like a shelf or like other stuff for that, or like declutter it, but right now that's just what I have. I just need to start small. And then my carpet is super old and like rough, so I added these and I think they make the room brighter, which is nice. Then I have this thing that helps with muscle aches. Yeah, air purifier. This bag, which is really expensive, and this whatever, and this notebook, my laptop. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.